Can often be a hard life, or hill in jail to rove, and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
Here we are.
Hello. Live means I talk and you hear. Excellent. Welcome to Jam. I called it Jam because this is Spill Jammer. It is a special episode for us today because various of the people here have been playing with each other and with me.
Whoa.
Some of them for a couple of years.
Whoa.
My friend Barrett here and I were doing Nuked for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing it remote over Zoom, which is, content warning, but it is definitely sex with two ribbons on.
I would like to say I appeared in 2 episodes and 2 side quest episodes.
But I was saying a negative thing.
Oh, that's
so
fair.
I was excluding you from the negative performance.
Right. Okay.
And also I was bringing my male presenting friend in on the boner analogy.
Oh, that's fair.
If you want to be folded in.
I mean,
to the performance anxiety, I'm happy to do it.
To be fair, I think Twofer would want in on any boner analogies.
You give a device for that.
Yeah, it's probably.
Point being, we've been playing remotely, and some of us, for example, at the beginning of this session when we gathered here in person, were actually like, well, hello, and meeting each other in the flesh, which was great. So this is the first session that I've been able to do. I think it's the first live stream session other than the Extra Life game that I ran, that I've run live.
Yeah.
Ever.
Except Barrett and I weren't live in that one.
You were not.
But we were the same person.
Which was a lot of fun. So this is Spelljammer. And the reason it's Spelljammer is the TSR Hasbro over there now, the great Gazoo, whoever controls D&D these days, has decided to start rolling out Spelljammer and a lot of the old settings.
Yeah.
Which is super great. I'm super looking forward to it.
Kren's coming back?
And one of the ones they're going to be doing is Spelljammer, which is due for release mid-August. And there's no reason to doubt that it will come out. But people are excited, and we got two choices. Wait for it to come out, digest the material, and then eventually in September start playing. Or, because I wrote for Spelljammer, I know Spelljammer, and you, sir, know President Nixon. We just and we play Spelljammer anyway. But what I've been saying, and I certainly let the players know this is a best guess Mike's Foggy Memories version of Spelljammer. I did a little light reading.
Look, people, there's a ship, there are spells, we jammed them.
I reminded myself a little bit of what Phlogiston was. And
We're on it. Roll with it.
But I've been doing it wrong. I made a point of not rereading the old setting book. So some of the things are going to be, until we've established it in play, don't assume you know, because this is Wild Space with a capital W. For those of you who may not know what Spelljammer is Spelljammer is real simple. It be D&D in space. Space. So this is the crew of the Temerity. The Temerity is a space pirate ship in space. We won't right away need to worry too much about that, but one thing you're going to need to know is the core crew that you'll be seeing every week consists. Let's start with Adam. Why don't you introduce your character?
Hello, my name is Bastian Basil Chadwick III. I am currently, I guess the best term would be, I am acting my way through the captainage of the Temerity. Luckily, I have a wonderful crew that helps to support everything that I am attempting to do in this life. But, as you sail the Phlogiston, unfortunately, it can be a bit bumpy. Luckily, they can help smooth things out, and we hope to have ourselves an absolutely wonderful time as we go.
And what sort of bloke are you? Are you a finger-waving spellcaster? Are you a berserk barbarian? What you got going on?
I would like to say that I have been practicing my ha-has as I leap into battle with my two scimitars and slay my enemies quickly.
So, like, first year college improv team?
Sorry?
Nailed it.
First year college improv team kind of stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So you have a little bit of aristocracy, a little bit of money and influence, and you had the freedom to be working on your ha-ha, but now you're out here in the world.
More like I was making sure that I was able to, play the proper role that I was going for on stage. And nowadays, I seem to be better at this. Besides, it pays much better.
Oh, dear. So I'm going to spoiler a tiny bit. It's going to be a rough ride for Baz. The second member of our weekly crew, it's kind of the bridge crew, is going to be my friend Z here. And let's introduce Z. Let's hear who your character is, please.
My name is, well, you know what? You can just call me Jaco for now. I come from, you know what? It doesn't even matter where I come from. The point is that I got here. And here is better than there. I am a artillerist. I like to build things that go boom. And other little knickknacks here and there, but I'm just making the most of being out in the Phlogiston here in the wild space and making lots of friends and blowing up lots of shit.
So you appear to me to be a space elf lady.
I mean, I'm just an elf, but now that I'm in space, I suppose that I
I'm
am a
gonna
space
do that
elf.
a lot. Yeah, if you're in pie, it's space pie.
I'm a Vulcan. Is that what you're saying? No, I'm. No. What's the opposite of that?
Most
Oh,
illogical.
Romulan. No.
Romulan.
Okay.
Do you have any ale?
Oh, I do love ale, but yeah, no, just.
So the third member of our weekly cast is the
Indomitable.
indomitable. I was going to say atomic. I'm not quite sure.
Anatomically correct.
Boy and how.
I was going. I was trying to find a way to work in that you're about to drop your arm and start doing a store. I was trying to find a clever way, but I'm fucking tired of life. So it's Lex, who I like, and is a great artist who's going to start a store. How's that for a clever work in?
So good. Man, we practice this.
Wayward daughter.
Yeah, I'm launching a jewelry and accessories and cosplay store in August called The Wayward Daughter.
Woo!
I will have more information on that later. Yay! So
And you are playing?
I am
So,
playing.
I mean, you've made a statement, so I'm going to assume you're not playing like a sorcerer halfling.
No,
Are you Dragonborn?
no.
Half orc.
On my mother's side. No. Hi, I'm Opal, so named by my dad because he said I'm his sweet little rock. I'm the ship's muscle, and you might call me the security officer. Yeah, that's exactly it. I call myself that, which is what's most important. I love everybody and everything, but I really love fighting and hurting people. But also, yeah, I love to bake, and I love my little rat friends that are all over our ship. Sorry, Baz.
So we also, in addition to our 3 regular cast members, we're going to have a rotating sort of support crew. Because the Temerity has more than just 3 people.
Yeah, we're more than just like an outrigger canoe.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty big ship. And what I've decided to do is I reached out to performer friends who I like playing with, and people that can appear more than once, so they're not just a one-shot guest. From time to time, they'll come in and play recurring characters that are other members of the team. So that means every week we're going to have one guest player who's part of the crew, but we don't see every week. Our first, and some say best, would be Mr. Barrett Tribe, who was a very memorable character on Nuked, the thing we were just talking about, and we just both forgot his name.
Agent Goldwater.
Okay, I was going to say,
I did.
Nick McSpurlock.
I love him because I was waiting for the bad guy to be taken down with bad taxes.
It's true. You took down some people with bad taxes.
Did I audited some people that really deserved it?
audited.
But you're playing somebody who you promised is nothing like the stoic agent.
That's correct. I'll be playing Twilton Blithely from the primaterial city of Dahavia, a nobleman who was kidnapped by the evil Captain Flog, who brought me on a ship and stole some items from my house and was going to ransom me back to my family, but he was captured before that could happen. I just stayed on the ship, enjoyed myself, sort of stuck around when it was purchased, and now I'm just enjoying the phlogiston until eventually I return home. Oh, don't!
I will count on that one.
All right, so today's episode
I'm
is going to
100% referring to him as the bonus barnacle.
bonus barnacle.
Bonus barnacle.
This will effectively be at episode 0, so it's going to be a little shorter than these will eventually be. We're looking at hour and a half. These will probably eventually be 2.5 hours. But the main purpose of today is to get you introduced to the world of Spelljammer and some of the crew of the Temerity. We are going to begin in a place called Lugash Kor. Lugash Kor is a port
I'm
town
ready to write that down.
that is built inside of a massive beholder skull. So by massive, I mean a quarter mile across.
Oh dear.
Kind of
Nowhere.
Marvel Universe nowhere except a beholder head. So take nowhere, but build it medieval style. Make it all Spelljammer.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're looking at. And this, like nowhere, is a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
My favorite.
Well, it's a place where bandits, buccaneers, pirates, people that have no other places, it's a port of call for all of you. So we would get a luxurious incoming shot I've started to work on the maps for Logos Core. Wasn't done. For once, it was actually good news, but it was very busy
Imagine, if
for
you
reasons.
will.
Yeah.
A
So
world where we make it
we
up.
come in through one of the ports inside, and there's a bunch of ships that have been docked. And we go into one of the buildings, a rather large building. This is a tavern. The tavern is called the Sea of Stars. The middle of the tavern is a lot like, I know there are multiple places that have this, but there's a aquarium in Houston for our Texas friends that actually has the whole middle of the place is a fish tank.
Is it called aquarium?
I think it's called aquarium.
It is.
And you go around the outside and you eat the relatives of the fish you're watching. And you can actually be like, this is your cousin, he's delicious. It's wonderful. But the middle of this entire place
Masochistic.
is a tank. And in the tank is
Mermaids.
the creature that runs the place.
Oh.
It was Mirabelle. Mirabelle is a dolphin. She is also a psychic dolphin, and she is also a bard. So she is able to cast spells, create visual illusions. She's actually able to make sounds appear outside the tank, so it's not just echoes. And she watches the whole place. No, she's more like this.
Okay.
And I was glad to see you again.
A
You
little
got a
more
moment to speak to your favorite fishy, do you?
east.
She's very much a governor kind of lady, but a very otherwise elegant magic psychic space fish. The four of you are at a table. You're taking some well-earned time off at Logos Core after a mission, probably your first mission. So to bring you up to speed a little bit, the ship was actually the property of the captain who is not the captain's uncle. And it was inherited by Baz. And Baz decided, and you were saying that you decided to go ahead and not sell it because it was good practice and you thought playing a captain might be good for you?
Right.
Like, why'd you not just dump it?
Well, mostly I was after the first mate role, of course, but
Right.
they kept calling me the captain since I own the ship.
Your name is on the paper and stuff.
That too. So I figured, ended up with a good crew. We'd already had a bit of a reputation thanks to old Uncle Floggy.
Yeah.
And why not? Maybe we could make some more money.
So you had a small mission, and you had your first run. It was successful. Adam, what do you think was the first mission for the Temerity? Was it a let's knock down a smaller ship and take some stuff? Was it an escort thing? What did you start out with?
Actually, we started off with a kidnapping.
Okay.
Granted, we weren't the ones doing
I
the
would like to
kidnapping.
say, did Twill suggest it?
Kidnapping.
Like,
I hear those work very well.
I've run over a few other games, apparently. No, we were actually hired in order to return the victim of the kidnapping. And it was our very first run-in with those rapscallions that we no longer like, that we call the Rat Pack.
the Rat
I
Pack.
love me some good rats.
They're not real rats.
So you're all enjoying a lovely meal. You're enjoying some drinks. And over towards the table, you see coming an albino orc. So there are various breeds of orc, or more accurately, space orcs. And some are small breeds, some are big, kind of what, be orc high in other settings.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big boy. This is on the order of almost an ogre, like very big fella. But
I
albino,
do like a big boy.
but he's dressed very almost fussily.
Ooh.
There's a lot of black lace. Yes, he definitely looks like he's got
smell
a lot of
fish.
money. He's walking over to Baz. So all of you, because you're at the table together, but he's clearly looking at Baz.
Look up at him.
Keep looking.
What
Right.
can we do for you? Would you
Do you,
like to help us celebrate? You could buy us around.
do you mind if I sit?
Oh, sure.
Hey, no.
Jacob, pull up a
You
chair
can
for
sit
him.
next to me.
Oh, delightful. Thank you. Captain Baz.
Captain, well, if you're going to go for the full title, it's Captain Basil, or Bastion Basil Chadwick III. However, Captain Chadwick works fine if you're going to do that, or just Baz to my friends, and we're hoping we could make you a friend.
There's a rhythm to Basil Chadwick, though.
Isn't there? Mm.
if you don't mind, the full title for me. Drinks for all, whatever they had, but the better version, please.
Oh,
And somebody comes by with a drink.
I think either you're about to pitch something incredibly good or something incredibly suspicious.
I think he wants to get us incredibly drunk.
Regardless, I'm looking very favorably upon whatever he's offering.
Very good to hear. I've heard about your recent exploits.
Mhm.
I heard that there was a little lost
Plural.
dove that's found its way home.
Oh,
My name
Oh,
is Growing.
Winifred, she's lovely.
yeah, no,
It has you to thank.
she was lovely.
Well, myself and of course my entire crew. I could not have done it without them. But of course, they were well led as we attempted our daring rescue.
He smiles, and you notice that some of his teeth have been filed to points,
Oh,
but are also like very well like. This is a fantasy space orc that brushes like they're all white and gleaming and perfect. It's making the smile a little unsettling.
Nice features. I mean, very good oral care.
I'm sorry. What was your name?
I don't believe I've given it.
Yeah, no, this should be the first thing you learn, really.
Let's use Barstow.
Let's use Barstow.
Yes.
Ah, excellent, Barstow.
A bit
So, were you paid well for your exploits?
I thought we were paid rather handsomely.
We were being all right.
But
And
we
you were
negotiate-
drinking that, and he points to the last round.
Um,
So I don't think you were paid maybe what you're worth.
Maybe we don't like to spend all our money on drink.
Right. That.
save a penny, earn a penny.
This coming from a dwarf.
Oh, hey, don't be racist.
Only most dwarves of my acquaintance value,
I'm not most dwarves.
clearly. Forgiveness, please. Well, I am here to make a suggestion. Do you know who Quentin Black is?
I don't know, do I?
Quentin Black.
So, I think you've all heard of the Pirate King.
All right.
Yes.
There is a pirate who is making a point of signing up freebooters, buccaneers, and proper pirates.
Proper
And
pirates.
it's basically like a mafia. Like you throw money to him, he gives you, here is what you can do and what your not domain, your not neighborhood.
Territory?
Your territory. Yeah, the neighborhood and space is weird. He would give you
My
territory.
space neighborhood.
Space.
Right, but he's taking a little from all the independents and people that don't sign with him and continue to work end up coming into conflict with him.
Oh.
We've definitely heard the name, of course. It's
Who
crossed
hasn't?
our path once or twice. Yes, of course. Who hasn't?
Well, you've it's the first time that you've done anything to have caught the attention of Mr. Black.
Oh,
Well, it's nice to be noticed.
Indeed it
well,
is.
it's it's something to be noticed. And am I to assume you work for Mr. Black?
I do.
Mm.
I have a very specific role. It is my
Sales.
recruitment.
Oh,
Oh,
all right. Let's hear the pitch.
He's a blooming headhunter.
I am. I don't require the heads be blooming, just that they be willing to work with Quentin.
take a sidelong glance to see if he's got any large weaponry at his side for the headhunting portion, of course.
He does not, and go ahead and give me a perception roll.
13.
You don't think you're not seeing any backup. I mean, they might be more subtle than that, but he's not like got two thugs waiting, the traditional 20 feet back. He
Right.
seems to be here alone.
Which makes him, in my mind, either incredibly foolish or I'm scared as piss of him.
Make an insight check.
Oh, God. Why, 8.
Okay. Go ahead and let me have
We're starting this game off well, aren't we?
Twinger. Let me have a perception roll from you.
Certainly.
Great, save my ass.
Oh, a 1. So I do not.
Insight check.
Insight. An 11. I have a -1 to insight because I'm not very bright.
Okay, so I'm going to go around the table to Opal. Perception roll for Opal.
What are we perceiving?
Don't
So-
know yet.
so-
That's a
Oh.
20.
So far, I'm not telling you.
No idea. Got
So
it.
Opal notices that Mirabelle is like she works the room by swimming the tank and will occasionally stop and speak with guests. She's kind of paused a couple of times. She's kind of watching you. So you've noticed that, and now make an insight check.
See over my beard. 13.
So you hear her psychically say in your mind, so it's not audible. Are you all right?
Do I think I can respond to her?
You think
Okay.
This
All right.
is way from like your field of expertise.
Opal's just gonna think very simply in mind, like, is this the dolphin?
Oh, yeah, yes, love. This is Mirabelle.
Oh,
And
hi.
she nods her fish head so you can see it's clearly her.
I'm not sure, Miss Mirabelle.
Do you need help?
Do you know this guy?
Oh, hi. He works for Quentin Black, King of the Pirates, he is.
Does he hunt heads quite literally? And how is he with the word no?
I hear he's stubborn.
Oh, good.
Well, if you need help, wave at me. I'm the fish. And she nods her head. Then goes back to swimming.
And I like to think the entire time Opal's just been like, yeah.
So I think you noticed that.
Oh.
That Opal's pointed tech and just like doing that.
Oh, it's a beautiful fish.
Mammal.
Oh, okay.
So I'm glad you were able to find employ as ably as you did and as quickly as you did, but I think you'll find that we can keep you employed as much as you care to be and at excellent wage.
But do we get to pick which jobs? I assume no.
Well, yes, because we do like to vote on exactly which one of us gets to
Yes.
pick the job for the week.
You like to what?
Vote.
Vote.
Yeah. We're a democracy.
Yes, very
See,
much.
he's the captain because his name's on the paperwork.
Oh, yes.
So it even takes him a couple of minutes to realize he's just staring dumbfoundedly, and then he kind of gathers himself. So he's not truly captain then.
I tell you what, if there's ever a tie, we let him be a tiebreaker sometimes.
Yes, I get that 51% of the, or 51% vote, the 1% that goes on over top of it. Yes.
So all of you would have to decide to work for Quentin?
Yes.
Very much so.
Aye.
Interesting.
We'd like to think so.
It was new to me as well. I just
It
have to
keeps-
say.
It keeps dinner conversations very lively.
And he turns to you. It's what's working for you?
Well, I can hardly have a state to argue. I lost the vote to argue against it.
That was a contentious dinner.
I was very.
He again, his jaw kind of drops a little and gathers himself. It's very clear, no need for insight checks, that he has no idea how to react to this information.
Good. Now keep him on the back foot. That's right.
I'll tell you what. I hope you take the information that we'll be watching you in a good way to see what perhaps we can do for each other.
Wonderful. It's always nice to be noticed.
Says the actor.
I'll make sure to pay the tab and
Yes.
you,
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
that's wonderful. One more round, please.
all right. And he gets up. Good day to you then. And he heads off.
Good day, Mr. Barstow. Pleasure to have met you.
He's mumbling.
He's pretty,
Walks
no?
away.
The
What
boy's
a
pretty.
nice gentleman.
No,
He's pretty.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Did you see?
no.
Did you see his teeth?
Yeah.
Think of the
Like a
character, Tom.
shark? No, thank you.
Sharks
You're
have an appeal
weird.
all their own, don't they?
So I need everyone to make a perception roll, please.
Oh God, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Ooh.
Oh no.
15.
Oh no.
Who's got the highest roll?
19.
Oh, 16.
No worthy of comments?
No.
No.
Just no.
All right, so Opal, making sense because I think you'd be on watch fairly often. right?
Mhm,
'Cause-
yes.
So you're often the one that's like watching the sides, watching the back.
Mhm.
You notice that there is someone scanning the room like they're looking for something, but they look nervous, like possibly looking for help. It is maybe a woman, so dressed in a robe and a hood, almost a burqa,
Mm,
with a falchion across her back,
mhm.
and she has a bird cage, which has a snood. It has a cloth over it, so you can't see what's in the bird cage. And they're looking around the room for something.
Does it look like maybe they're looking for Mr. Sharky Face that was just at her table getting his liquor?
Hard to tell.
Hmm.
Seems anxious though.
So, Scary Fangs aside, that lady over there, she looks a mite distressed.
She does.
She does a bit.
Stand up.
Oh no.
Can we help you? You seem a bit lost.
Hustle's over. I need a roll.
Oh, Lord. Shh, shh, shh.
It was so magical. It was like a magical.
It
fart.
was.
Live entertainment.
Jaco, can I have a Arcana check, please?
Sure, why not? Okay. Oh, I'm good at that. Oh well, 25 do.
Oh.
So the stride of the figure moving towards you, the legs are not moving with the rhythm that would give the speed of forward momentum. So
All
I
right.
think whatever's under that robe maybe has skates. So it's almost floating forward, right? So
All right.
it's moving strangely.
Whatever it is, it's either not humanoid or it's in a roller derby.
Do you think it's got like one of them centipede butts?
Oh, why? What? Why do you think of stuff like this? Very
But
special
regardless,
individual.
we should welcome our new guest. Stand up. Or sorry, I'm already
Is
standing.
your die broken, Barrett?
Yeah.
Well, I just realized that this D12 certainly looks a lot like a D20.
Oh
So the
yeah.
last few rolls,
Sorry.
like, oh boy, I'm
No,
all kind of
you'll
shitty.
know the difference because this is a D21. It goes up to 21.
You know the other difference? The D12 is the
Oh wait,
60.
mine does. Oh, yours doesn't. Mine does. Yours goes up to a 20.
Okay,
I'm better.
now I feel
That's
better.
right. I got yeah.
So
I got two.
as this person gets closer,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have a pirate hat. I seem to have lost that in my last gambling match. But I
What did we tell you?
tug on my forelock as it were, and be
So-
like, were you looking for us, perchance?
I'm going to assume that Baz and Opal are sort of fixated on this person.
Yep.
So I'd like a perception roll from Jaco and Twillinger.
Hurry.
Everyone else.
Busy looking for
Oh, no.
not paying attention, just thinking about things.
Centipede butts?
It's an 11. Centipede butts. Yeah. How's that work?
The robe figure goes right up to Baz,
I'll draw it for you later.
stops moving, holds the cage up, and you hear from within the cage a small voice say, "Get me out of here. I have money."
Well, but of course, turn around and look over at Jaco. Jaco, quick question.
Yes.
Do you have that ring of keys on you?
Yes.
There seems to be someone in this cage.
And I think at this point, Twilliger notices you're all kind of fixated on this. Twilliger looks over, and you see 6 crocodile people enter the inn. So they've got crocodile heads. They're humanoid. They have breastplates, and they have scimitars at their sides. And they are also looking for somebody.
I fought them in Wizard 101.
Oh, look, a gang.
Crocodile.
Yes. I like how they all have matching sabers.
So what do you do?
I suppose we should post haste find a rear exit.
Actually, look at this person. Are they after you, by chance, to the cage?
Who? Who's after me?
The crocodile head people.
Them
over there.
snappy boys up there.
They're here? Oh God, get me out of here.
Well, of course.
I would like
What's
to.
happening? Sorry, I was thinking about things.
And they are making their way through the crowd at this point. They are clearly searching.
Is there a back door?
There are several. Some of them are bouncers sitting by them, tip them, and they'll let you go through the door. Some are not.
Who's the cutest bouncer?
I think it would be Dano.
All right. Yeah. Do I know him?
Yeah, I'd say you know Dano.
Excellent. We're getting through that door for free. All right.
So,
I
have a
am
wonderful
waving
idea.
at my ladyfish mammal friend, and just kind of like pointing my head towards the crocodile
Oh, you
folks.
get weirder every day.
You hear telepathically. Sorry, love. Nothing I could do.
Balls. That's all she says.
So,
not right now.
It's
We've got
clear-
other things to worry
it's
about.
clear to the
yeah,
group.
yeah.
You can try to flat out run through the crowd and go out the back door, although causing them, like delaying them, or somebody engaging might buy you time, but
Wait.
that's up to you.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
Excellent. You queue up whatever that is, and we're gonna aim for the door.
Wonderful, of course.
Okay?
So I'm going to kind of shoulder my way through them and go, hello, I noticed you all have some scimitars. I've got these. Want to compare maker's marks?
Make a
Oh, no.
performance check.
Ooh, that I might actually be able to do.
Nope.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
I
I have a +8, and I rolled 10 total.
Okay, so I need you to redo your line as somebody overacting and blowing.
You there! I see that you happen to have a scimitar. Well, I've got one and another one as well. Shall we make them meet?
Lord, space Jesus. So I need a perception roll from you, Bess.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid we're
Oh,
playing.
jeez.
We're playing D&D. You're gonna have to play D&D. Sorry,
6.
you don't know this shit. No, that's
Six.
great.
6. Oh my god.
You look like you. I'm looking at Barrett, and Barrett looks like he's got a thing to say. Are you looking for an in? Otherwise, I'm gonna go to the door.
Well, do I see this failing?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's embarrassing. It's like if you were TAing an improv class, you'd be like, improv's for everybody except maybe you.
Nah. Don't worry, I've got this if we need a distraction. And I jump up on the table and I go, look at my calves! Look at my calves! See these calves? Enjoy them. Yes! These calves.
Fishy, 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 fish. All right, I'm gonna need an intimidate roll.
Calves.
Look at these calves. I got a 11.
Okay. They do stop. You've done kind of what you wanted to do, which was draw their attention enough to make them wonder what the fuck. And they are kind of forgotten about class 32 over here, and they're fixated on your calves. One of them is clearly trying to figure out what the deal is with your calves. He's engaged with the offering, but the two of you have hustled. And again, this person, it's now pretty clear. Maybe not to you.
It's
There's something weird about them, but to you,
Yeah.
it's an automaton
Right.
in a dress. So
An automaton and a dress.
the person is in the cage.
Right.
So it's almost like the dress is your friend.
I like it.
So you take him back to where your buddy is.
Mhm.
I don't get off. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
My shift is
Uh-huh.
half an hour.
I I don't know that I'll still be around by then. It's just things are getting a little heated in there.
You
And
get me into so much trouble.
look, you won't get into any trouble. It's just, look, 3 people. We just want to go out into the alley to get away from some undesirables.
This door is not just a door.
It looks like a
It's-
door.
It's a profit stream for the tavern.
Really? And they're going to gripe about just a few. Look,
Do I
can I make it worth your while right
Yes, of course.
now? All right.
All right, Paul, and another bouncer comes over. I gotta show my friends out. Really, and the thing in the dress. Hey,
Hey, don't judge. Don't judge. We don't judge you. Anyway, I
From
double owe you
the
the next
cage,
time. Yeah.
you hear watch it. Okay, and you're issued out. So the 6 Quacko men
Mhm.
kind of go around you, almost like you're a dancer.
Mm. This is the best, by the way. This is exactly what Villager wants.
The one that was engaged with what the deal with your calves might be actually asks, and why am I watching calves?
Well, they are clad in the finest Dahavian hose, aren't they? And aren't they quite impressive? Their shape, their form, the way they flow from the knee to the ankle.
Let's see if Knucklehead here remembers he has a job to do. I rolled a 3.
Nice.
He's going to check to see if his calves go from his knees to his ankles.
I think at least one of them is checking their own calves, even though they're crocodile lizard people. So like,
Who
their
knows?
calves are real good.
They're sturdy.
They're
sturdy
but
ankles.
sealed and, yeah.
Now, normally I do this while a performance was going on. I'd get up on stage in front of the performers and tell people to look at my calves and enjoy my Dahavian hose, but the time just seemed right.
Baz, are you interacting with any of this, or are you just
I'm
enjoying
kind
the
of still standing there with my scimitars out, going, "Wait, I was supposed to do that. I thought I drew them. Wait, have I
You're
really
unpicking the
fallen
whole
that
thing?
far? How could you? What is up with his calves? That is better than my scimitars."
Oh, no.
So one of the people a table back actually yells, "Are you going to dance or not?"
Well, if you insist.
And
Well, in that case, clang, 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 clang. with
okay.
The hilts.
Do you know how to dance?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a
Yeah.
performance. I like the
Yeah.
delivery.
Well, I don't dance very well.
Well, he's
I
no
got a
friend of
5
mine.
that time.
Okay.
So it's a lot of clomping.
He thinks he
I
knows
imagine
how.
it would be like when you have
It's-
the kid going to the.
I think the problem is I'm focusing more on the calves than on the movement. That I want to make sure the calves are still seen as opposed to doing a proper dance movement.
Meanwhile, in the alley,
Meanwhile,
two of the 2 of you, Opal and I got to get used to using the names. New names. Jaco and Opal have gone out the back with the strange dressed creature in the cage. And a hand moves the I can't remember the name. What you put over? It's not a shroud. What do you put over a bird cage?
I don't know.
Blanket.
There's a name
Yeah.
for it.
You said
Shade,
snood
a cover.
before, and
I know, but
Snood
it's,
is my general like anything you put
But-
over something else is a snood.
is it like a shade? Is anybody here a bird person? I mean, not like a bird person.
Oh, I would
Probably
love
in the
this to
bar.
be-
But
If we had somebody in the audience that was a bird person,
Yeah,
it's so
is
cool.
somebody here an
if
Aaron
you're a bird
Cobra?
person, want to be on the
please
show?
Yeah, email me at nicetildm@gmail.com. Make sure to use the subject line bird.
I'm a bird person.
So a little hand comes up and moves the cloth, and you see a face. Looks like maybe a fairy.
Hello?
So a person that would be like action
Right,
figure
there's-
size.
Mm.
Well, you're quite small, aren't you?
It's
We
not
do
just going to
that.
be the 6 in there. There's more. I need to get out of here,
Like how out of here? Out of here? Out of the
out of this sphere.
Oh.
Oh.
Away.
Well, in that case, we should get you back to the ship. But
You have
we've
a
got
ship?
to. Yes.
What's your ship?
A biggish one?
What's its name?
The Temerity.
First,
She says timidly.
why are you running?
Oh, no. Yes, I understand. You'll be fine.
So at this point, you say while you're running, the camera swings left down the alley. You
Mhm.
see several more Croco Stimpies coming
Oh,
down. I mean, they haven't spotted you yet, but there's definitely more around.
Bulls. All right. I'll be a distraction. You get them to the ship.
are you sure?
No, sure.
I
Yeah.
don't mind laying down some cover fire.
I'm not gonna do anything like that. I'm just going to act real drunk.
Act. All right.
How dare you?
So the person says to you, if you take the cage, you can leave the girl.
Are you sure?
She's just a prop.
All right. I guess. Here we go.
And it's literally just releases. So
Uh-huh.
you can pick the cage.
Oh, look.
Not very heavy. I mean, he only weighs like half a pound. So, again, action figure. So
Right.
you've got the cage. And it's like a brass cage with a snoot on. And you're going to head out. You're gonna
Or whatever
stealth.
it's called. We'll learn later.
Are you stealthy?
I don't.
Okay.
Ish.
I'm certainly not.
Ish. Okay. I roll for it. Solid 10.
Inside.
Phew.
This with the 10s and the 5s
Mhm.
is not going to last much longer. They're starting to remember we had a job. So, do you do anything to
Fascinating
keep their
calves.
attention, or you?
I'm sort of singing a song that's not really meant to capture people's attention, but I'm going, upstaging actors is my vice. If there were two, I'd do it twice. La 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 la.
At this, Vaz is incensed. Leaps up off the table.
Oh no.
Choose your weapon. And kind of points them both at you.
Oh, a duel of calves then? You actors don't work your calves enough. I've never seen you do a squat in my life.
Fine. Reach down.
So this is all going on, and they kind of back up and fade back
Yes.
and move to leave.
That's fair.
Will you carry the charade, or is it a charade? Is Baz pissed off enough that he wants to throw down with his crewmate?
Not full on throw down, but however, no actor likes to be upstaged. So of course, I whip out my calves. Now granted, they're not covered in anywhere near as fine silk. However, they are supple covered in my luscious
Baz,
silky skin.
wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
And you're barefoot, so there's like a
Okay,
whole-
that's a 4 plus whatever it is. It's going to be bad.
Y'all are
There
terrible.
is the sound of Mirabelle using her powers to manifest a voice outside the tank. It spellcasts. There is a purple mist around her head that you can barely see through. And her voice says, "No fighting in the end, dear heart.
We're not fighting. We're dueling calves.
Show them the door." And you see some of the bouncers closing in.
Well, I guess it's time to leave. I've done as much as I can for you, plebes.
Our
So-
fans will follow us.
He failed this roll dismally. I'm going to give you a perception roll
Okay.
on the Crackle Man.
Really? 10. So, no.
Nope. The camera has lingered
Seems accurate.
on the
That side of
emblem
the
on their
table is
outfits a
the
couple of times, but the adventurers did not notice the emblem. So out they go.
Wait, was it round or pear shaped?
I think this whole thing went pear-shaped.
Yeah, very much so.
So
Like my calves.
Meanwhile, outside Opal, there are some Crackle men coming down the alley, and your plan is to approach drunkenly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my arm over the robot person, and I'm going to be.
Peel her forward
Yeah,
because she goes inanimate once the gate
yeah.
is over.
No,
But
it's
I'm
all
assuming
within
it is
Bernie.
rolling.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm just like, and then I said to him, "Oh, hey, look at them! Look at that big crocodile!" And I'm gonna grab her arm, like point to him, and weekend at Bernie's this, and just get in their way
So
with
you're using the robot and the burqa as a prop.
yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
So give me a deception roll at advantage because that's fucking and awesome.
Okay.
You still have to roll
Ooh. I'm not that great. 15.
That's good
though.
enough.
It's pretty great.
Compared to the rest of
I
this,
rolled a
yeah, that's
15.
amazing.
That's-
I was about to say, have you noticed that?
And your plan is to occupy enough of the alley, make it hard to move past.
Yeah,
you.
basically, I'm using her and my general dwarven sturdiness to make it a little bit impassable.
And your strength is pretty high, right?
Yes.
So you're easily able to like move her around to
Mhm.
be almost like a pinball machine. Like,
Yes, I
so,
believe my strength is 18.
Wow. That's gonna be a roll for me. Let's see how confident the Crockermen are. Pretty confident. You're still gonna get a couple rounds.
Okay.
But so there's a little bit of like low comedy of oh, out of our way, we're in a hurry. And they'll eventually just
Yeah.
Are you
I'm-
willing to fight when that happens?
No,
Okay.
but I am buying time.
You do buy at least 2 rounds
Mhm.
because they'll be screwing around with you.
Because honestly, at this point in time, I don't know who's in the wrong. Is it the wee fairy? Is it the big chompy boys? I don't know. I'm just.
So Opal has that completely tracked.
Mhm.
That's fine. So we're going to go back to Jaco. Jaco, you are now carrying a fairy person in the cage with a snood. And we've established, now you're not generally like, are you the person that would know the alleyways and the ins and outs of a city?
Yeah. So I would say I've probably been here before.
Yeah.
But
this is
so
the
I,
kind of person you are. Like when I go to a place, you can rely on me to know the old movie theaters and the places to buy the
Right.
best food.
I would know them close. The closer we are to the docks, the better I would know where we are.
So you want to maybe start that way?
Yeah.
Okay. So you maybe spend time finding the best ins and outs to the docks.
Mhm.
Because I think other people would like know the name. Like I think you probably know. Well, I'm making guesses here based on truly here. I'm assuming for some reason you have friends in low places. Is that a weird guess?
This is very wrong.
Okay.
Friends in low places, well, I know only the highest class people
Oh,
I would
okay.
spend time with, which means I don't spend time with many people.
I was
you
gonna
know
say,
the-
so
the
no one.
reputable inns. And
Yes,
yeah, okay.
incredibly.
What are
So
you
that
doing?
is not going to give you like the best escape route.
He says that. I want you to know. He says that, but then he continues to live on the temerity.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I've made it to home away from home.
I think we call that Kim Wexploring.
I think they call it Stockholm syndrome.
Not too different. If you caught up with season 6, it's a Better Call Saul.
Oh no.
oh, well, you're our Belle.
All right, so I'm going to need an intelligence save from Jacob. This is a knowing the best route to take back to the port roll,
I'm gonna look for that
which I'm
specifically
assuming is an
on
official
my
mechanic in
yeah.
Spelljammer. Sure.
Intelligence. Okay, I'm not too terrible. 11.
Okay. Is speed or stealth more important to you?
Still,
Okay. So you're willing to do things like find a doorway and like hide so
Yeah.
no one comes past. Okay. Do you look in the cage when you do that?
yeah. At one point, if we have to, like, if the nice, quiet, nobody's running by, feels a little safe. Might
Okay.
be. All right. Spill.
So there's a little fairy dude in there,
Hi.
and his clothes are like Flash Gordon nobility.
You are so very wee and so very shiny.
It's very like there's mylar, and it's all really
What?
well made. And he's wearing a diadem.
All right.
And he's got a very small sword at his side.
Oh, that's very, very cute.
Oh, hello.
So, what is it that you've done to make a whole lot of crocker people? I don't know what they're called.
A crocker
A
people.
crocker people. I'm
Uh,
very angry with you.
Those are servants of the Pentarch.
Servants of the. Let me write that in my.
Roll a d12 just for fate to see if you've happened to hear of
Of them?
Yeah, the highest good, lowest bad.
Right. I'm good.
And this would not be like a skill thing. It's just do you happen to have heard that?
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you have heard that there is a Pentarch
Yep.
that has taken over one of the spheres.
Oh, right.
So the way Spelljammer works is there are crystal spheres floating in the phlogiston, which is kind of outer space. Within those spheres is what's called wild space.
Right.
Within wild space, there are planets and settings. So this person, this Pentarch, supposedly has taken over everything inside one of those spheres. And you hear, it must have been like a conversation you overheard or something. The rumors you heard with the 12 Your excellent random roll.
I've been with a lot of different people. I've heard a lot of different
So this
things.
could have been like somebody trying to impress you.
All right.
And there are concerns that they're trying to go to other spheres
Oh, there.
and doing proper conquest.
What?
So that is a not a good thing to have.
What in space did you do to gain the attention of the Pentarch?
So you know who they are.
Yes.
Oh, good. That helps. They're currently. It's difficult for them to leave the sphere. Do you know? You said you have a ship. Are you a spelljammer?
No, but we have two.
So you would know then that the spheres all have portals, openings
Yes.
through which you can travel the spelljamming ship.
Yes.
My people were able to seal the portals in the sphere. So he can't sail out.
Oh my goodness.
So he wants me
Wait, you
to open
very
the portals.
tiny people did all that.
I know smaller, it's all scale.
Oh my goodness. So now, but then
To every giant, there's a giant.
how is he sending servants after you?
Well, they can get out from time to time. There are some intermittent portals. But to send out a war team, you would need something large and consistent.
All right, so you've gone and pissed them right off. I got that.
My people did quite a while ago, and I am the last scion of my kind.
Oh my goodness. Really? Oh, I have to be incredibly careful with you. All right.
My name is Exelfir.
Exelfir. You could call me Jaco.
Jacob. It's a lovely name.
It's one of them. And
You may want to swing back and pick up the girl on our way out.
the dwarf, you mean?
No, my assistant. The construct.
Oh.
Some of my money is worked into the superstructure.
Oh my goodness. All right. Yep, we'll make sure that we get her. But let's get you to the temerity.
So roll a d12. Let's see if you get a random encounter. Low would be not good news for you. High would be very good news.
Oh, we're screwed.
How about my dice is stuck? 9.
That is good.
Okay.
So you head around. Meanwhile, Opal, you hold them up for a little bit,
Mhm.
and then as you're trained, you're like, okay, now where am I supposed to be going? What am I supposed to be doing? The two of them emerge.
Okay.
Oh, I see you have a new friend.
Oh yeah, arm around. Yeah.
Oh, yes, Betty.
Been drinking more already.
That's one of these.
No. I'm assuming the crocodiles are now
They're
out of. And there's a wee little dude in the cage, and
Speaking
Jaco, Jamaica, Jumpkins, Jemima Hosafat.
Jemima was-
I'm writing this down.
She
Jemima Hosaphat.
she took the wee little guy to the ship. However, I have some misgivings. I'm a little concerned on who's actually.
Well, there's a perfect way to tell. One, when we get back to the ship, we could all vote on it. And if that doesn't work, we could always go with the general idea of all the people in big gnashy teethies wielding swords usually aren't the good guys.
So then we're agreed not to work for Shark Face.
Well,
Ha!
there's also money, and he didn't have any swords on him, actually.
This is a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, no,
By the way, were you actually going to fight me on the table?
Well, no. I mean, I'm still, my sword work is a bit more, and besides, your calves are definitely better than mine.
Oh, I thank you.
Opal, you would have had a chance at the perception roll.
No, Opal does not do well that time. That is a
If I was
not
shooting
good.
this either as
6.
a movie or most likely a TV show with no budget, we definitely would have swung the camera by that emblem a third time
Yeah.
Mhm.
and blur it each time as though you just weren't paying attention. All right. So, are you going to go back to the ship, or are you going to start looking for?
Do you know which way Jaco went?
Yeah,
Jaco,
she's
isn't she
headed.
with us?
Nope.
Oh.
She headed to the ship, so I think we should just head back. I'm sure we'll meet her along the way.
That's a very good idea, but I suggest that we should all split up and make our own way back in various ways so that we don't look like we're going back en masse.
At this point, you notice a spectator gliding towards you. So a spectator is a one-eyed beholder.
Oh, good.
And these are guards in the city. If there's not a problem, they usually aren't a problem. The core is run by someone named Zaxar. Zaxar is an ancient beholder who wears golem armor. So in the head, there's a beholder, and its eye stalks are on a crown. So picture the little eye stalks along where the jewels would be. And has ruled over this strange little pirate port for quite a long time. He's served by spectator guards. You know they have a special enchantment that allows them to summon enforcer golems if there's a problem.
So it's a beholder in kind of a Krang setup from Ninja Turtles,
Very much so.
but in the head, not the tummy.
Not kinda.
Okay.
You know that there's a third level of guards for magistrates. They wear robes of eyes made by the beholder. So having a guard be a spectator is not super weird. They are all through the city. So I assume you don't do anything that would draw its attention. It notices you, but pauses and then heads off very
Natural.
Wave at it.
yeah, fly casual.
Flag casual.
All right. So is the group trying to regroup at the ship or at the docks at least?
I'd say yes, but we all take our separate ways so that, much less likely that they'll notice us.
I get back to the ship last. I get distracted.
Easily distracted by
Yeah.
Okay.
Things.
So I think the
things.
first person would be Jacob because you were in
Let's hope.
front. And, yeah. So I'm going to need a D12 from Jacob.
Alright. Nope. Okay. Another 12.
So you get right back.
Woo!
And there is a harbor master.
Mhm.
Harbor master has got crab claws.
Fancy.
Jacob.
Jacob. Kalispell.
Are you leaving us?
It's very possible that we will be, yes.
Should we detach?
Not yet. The rest of the crew is on their way. And let's wait till they're back.
You still have a few aboard.
Oh yeah, I know.
All right. Are you going to settle up?
You know what? Ask the captain.
He'll just tell me he has to vote on it.
I know.
I am acquainted with.
I don't have. You don't. Okay, fine. Yes, we could settle up. Let me go find the money.
All right. Meanwhile, so the three of you, when you split, does anyone take the automaton and the burqa?
I'm assuming
It's
probably
really
one of
You're
the.
doing such a good job.
Yeah, I'm
Opal.
assuming that me
Continue.
and Betty are heading
So you
back.
continue to
Yeah.
escort her home.
Hmm.
So you fall into the intoxicated person going home. Do you maintain that bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's fun.
Make your
Also,
perception.
I'm enjoying outshining our two actors. What would you like me to roll?
Everybody's an actor now.
Never. You wouldn't
Oops.
see me acting.
Oops, all bards.
17.
You hear when Betty, she's Betty now,
Hmm.
goes over bumps. There's rattling or jingling
Oh,
inside. There.
Got a little change in my pocket going. jingling.
First, I'm going to confirm if she has roller skates, which I'm assuming, or if she has a centipede butt. And then I'm going to look for money.
I'm remembering that meme. Why not both?
okay, no, let's do it.
But she has 4 legs, and they do have wheels on.
Ah.
Ooh.
So kind of both a little.
Mhm,
But you're gonna move the robe aside and look.
I'm just going to make it look not at all like I am mugging this woman, but more like, oh wait, hold still, Fred. You just, and I'm gonna bend the automaton over and act like it's thrown up.
Wow.
Got
There's
it.
no
And
way
just
that
like,
doesn't
"Wee."
look bad.
You threw up right there.
I'm assuming with that the camera angle would be the shadow.
Yeah.
Wasn't it one of the Naked Gun films that had
I think
it
so.
looked like all kinds of ridiculous nonsense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was that Hot Shots?
I think
Was
it's
that
that
one
No.
making a backpack?
Was
Yeah.
it Top Secret?
Oh, Top Secret's the best.
They're all they're.
All right, so we're gonna hang on for that. She's at the ship. We know you're last. So Bass, D12, please.
All right. Can't be any worse than the D20s, right?
It can.
3.
Make a perception roll. This would be great if you made this. Although I think for the stream, it's funnier if you fail.
I would like to point out that I had this amazing roll right there.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So small on
So by the time I add in everything, I hit full 4.
All right. What's your armor class?
Oops.
Oops. If I'm paying attention or not paying attention,
You're not aware, so not paying attention.
a full heavy duty 10.
Wow.
So we
Actors.
can do this now. Actually, I'm just going to show Lex because I don't want to pick it up. Check out those rolls. So
Is he on our side
Roll,
or their
roll,
side?
roll a new character.
2 Crocosivities catch you unaware, come try to grab you, and they roll a 6 and a 7.
Yes, they're on our side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need an initiative roll.
Oh, son of a... Really? 10.
This show's so average.
They get another chance,
This is our average adventuring show.
and one of them grabs you, does not do damage, but has grabbed you, and says, "Stop." Do you stop?
Stop what?
We need the cage.
What cage?
He literally does this. Wugga, 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 wugga. He gives you like shaken baby syndrome. Just jump everywhere. The cage. Don't play coy with me.
I literally reach in, reach in and go, look, it has no pockets. What cage?
He is going to punch you.
Oh no!
Will
Still no
you
cage.
react or try to get free?
I'm going to perform a roll with it, basically. In other words, if he thinks I'm on the ground, retching up my guts, even though I might be, then by God, maybe he'll leave me alone.
So I'm going to do that as I will roll the hit at disadvantage, which means I still hit because you're shitty on. Oh, you're paying attention now.
I'm
so
paying
what's your
attention.
armor
So I'm a total 12 now.
So different.
class? Okay, here comes the Croco hand. He Croco punches you for 4 points of damage.
Croco punch.
It is
Ouch.
non-lethal, so he's not actually trying to kill you, but he is trying to make you feel pain.
Success.
Oh.
Where is the cage? Where's your friends?
Ah,
Where's your ship?
duh. Listen, I don't have a cage. All I've got right here is this. And then I pull this out from my waist, fire it up in the air, and in the ensuing smoke, ha-ha, run away.
I like the attempt to read in
Yeah.
all of fog into firing once.
Yes.
But that's good. It's on you to try. You need to scowl like an angry scoutmaster and say it doesn't happen. So you fire. It's going to be an intimidate roll. I'll give you advantage, except they're pretty well trained, so it doesn't startle as much as like lesser thugs would be startled.
Actually, 16.
So that's enough for him to let go, right? The reflex with the gun is to back up. If you want to scoot,
Actually,
they're not on you right now.
In that case, I am going to use that whole cutting action thing to make it dash out the
Oh,
way.
that's right.
You got
have
the skill.
secret knowledge
Book it.
of rogues.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then finally, to a point, Twilliger,
Yes.
please explain the 3 things that most distract you on your way back. This is almost like the remember the Sesame Street?
Yes.
Container of milk, stick of butter. So what are the 3 things you find the most distracting?
One is a shop that's selling quite exquisite jackets. Then another across the street that's selling quite exquisite pants. And the third is someone wearing those exquisite pants out of the door, and I follow them for quite a while before I realize I'm on the wrong side of town.
So to me, I think all of that, if I shot it, would be the tense stuff, and I keep cutting back to you being completely casual. Yeah, and then him getting punched in the face then back to you shopping for pants.
And the third beat would be me following the person who's wearing those pants and him running behind me.
Right.
And me not noticing.
Yes. So
We're in a hurry.
I need a. Does anyone notice the accidentally pornographic invasion of the personal space of the automaton roll?
Oh.
Which would be a D12. High is good for you. It means nobody notices, and you just get on in there. One means somebody's just.
Nope, the
staring
5.
at you.
Oh.
So you do look up as you're doing it, and there is someone across the street, but they look away like, "Not my business," and keep walking. You notice.
I'm gonna give him a wink and then keep on my business.
So on the inside, this construct is kind of spindly.
Mhm.
So picture skin C-3PO.
Mm.
You know, so very like.
But 4 legs on skates.
But I can picture a Star Wars thing with that kind of,
That's fine.
But then it has the outer stuff is almost like a dress.
Dress form?
Dress
Yeah,
form?
the ribbing
And
that makes
to,
it.
to
Mhm.
extend it out to give it bulk, right?
Mm.
Some of that is like little hooks, so you can just do this, and probably it's the way it's put together. But some of those, somebody has put little rings on there, and the rings are platinum rings.
Ooh.
And you
I
know
just-
that platinum is preferred in the Spelljammer community
Mhm.
because in a lot of worlds, other kinds of precious metals are more or less rare. Platinum is most consistently valuable.
Mm.
So among pirates and spelljammers, platinum's a pretty common means of exchange. So this is like somebody's spelljamming, hideaway cache.
I'm just gonna button Miss Betty up like, oh Betty, you saucy thing. And I'm gonna...
That's Victoria's Secret.
Hey, Betty's secret.
Betty's Secret.
So me and Betty, we're real close.
I'm willing to think that's maybe even a better secret.
Yeah, it
The
is.
platinum ring. So the group ends up together at pretty much the same time. And you arrive as Jaco. He's paying off the harbor master for the time that the ship has been docked. There is enough money. And because
What's his name? The harbor master?
Um,
Ha ha ha.
Paraphos
Heraphos.
Ting. Paraphos Ting of the West March Teens.
I'll have a messaging. Wonderful
All right.
to see you again.
Well, it looks like the gang's all here, so Heraphos, cut us loose.
Cut you loose. All right, boys.
We haven't
And
voted
girls.
on paying the harbor master yet.
You know what? Already handled, and it was
She's
sort of in a
funded the
hurry.
discretionary fund. You would have had to.
We had a very quick vote. There were proxies.
But
me?
I didn't give
They were
my
all
proxy
me?
to.
And the mice.
The mice were the
The mice
and
do not get a vote. How many times do we have to vote on that?
get on the ship.
So you head on to Temerity. They're not going to put up the maps of the various places until next week, but you all get on the ship, and there is like a boathouse where you can meet. And I assume you want to have the group meet with your new buddy.
Yeah, so basically have everybody gather in there, like set him up on like whatever sort of desk like structure,
And he's-
open the curtain and be like, all right, tell them what sort of
So-
deep trouble you've got you in.
Move the snood.
And now we're in.
you see the very well dressed little fairy prince, basically. Thank you for getting me out of there. Thank you for bringing my. I usually call her my attendant,
Oh, Miss Betty, Miss Platinum Drawers.
Miss. Oh,
We all perk up.
We
at
all
that
what?
one.
Miss Betty sitting on a secret.
she is, and that has a lot to do with the fact there's only so much I can physically carry.
'Cause
Oh, don't
you're
worry,
so
I can carry quite a
big.
lot.
Even gems, it's only so much. So with her, it's easier to get into some places because most places assume roughly humanoid size, and I can keep whatever I need on her.
That's quite clever, really.
I've kept supplies. You probably didn't even notice my food supply because I don't eat an awful lot. It's around where her ribcage would be.
I'm really starting to figure out how I'm going to like use artificer skills to like be hiding money in the future.
Well, yeah. Would you like look at Betty?
Oh yeah, now that I understand what she is, I'm like, yeah, you tell them what all's up.
So somebody
Go
else
in
who's an artificer built her.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's the Little Prince or somebody else, but it's familiar kind of work. You look and like, oh yeah, it's well done. Like it's somebody that would be higher level than you.
Yeah.
But again, if he's legit a prince and has those kinds of resources, that's not a surprise.
Sweet.
He repeats what he told Jacob. So I'm the last scion of my people. My name is Exelfir, and I am being pursued by the Pentarch. And if they find me, they will be able to leave their sphere, and they will make war on others.
So at this current point in time, how many of the crew is still ashore?
None.
None.
So it's just us?
Yeah.
Well then,
No, it's not
You're
just
on
us.
the sphere.
Everybody's
well, that's
on
what I
there.
mean. Sorry, it was just us that was off.
Correct. Other people it's taken their shifts going ashore, and they're all back on board with you.
That sounds like a wonderful thing. However, I have a very almost cracked rib that says we should probably not be here if they come looking for you. So if you don't mind,
That's why I already told them to cut us loose.
well, right, but we need to boys, man the engines.
Oh,
So one of the twins peeks in. Shall I fire it all up?
All of it. Yes.
you don't want to hold a vote. Yes, all of it.
They're going to be
No,
No,
all of
no,
it.
They
All
can't
of
vote
it.
for everything.
Thank God. And they put their head up. So you hear getting a spelljamming ship ready is a lot of different things, right? If you get the sails ready, but it's also a thing called the spelljamming helm. And the helm looks like a throne, but it's magically connected to the ship. And the spelljamming caster concentrates and moves the ship. The way this particular ship is set up, it moves it in rough terms, like pick it up, move it forward. The steering wheel is actually set up to do finer bits of steering. So it takes both a spelljammer and a captain at the wheel, or somebody at the wheel. Right. And I assume you take, depending on the situation, different members of your crew spend time at the wheel.
Yeah.
He says, as you've seen, I have money. My need is not just to get free from here. There is a place I need to go. There is an oracle. I'm hoping to find others of my kind. I'm the last scion of my family, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't others of my people. And if they can be found, part of the key to leave the sphere is my blood.
Oh my goodness.
So it'd be nice if I wasn't unique.
Well, where's this oracle then?
Why? It sounds like it's a campaign series of quest missions away. And so you begin to negotiate, and he has a fair amount of platinum hidden in the automaton. All right, that amounts to session 0.
Yay!
So that sets up, it is your characters, it is the setting. It is a little bit of a session, but it has to be a short session today. Next week, in theory, it will be a full-length session. Do we have any feedback from Bree or audience members? Are they seeing and hearing everything clearly?
It seems so. They've been responding in the chat. So, and nobody has said anything about hearing weird echoes or anything. So
that is a wonderful thing. All right. So we will come back next week. It's also going to be at 7 Central. It may be a little bit of a longer session. We'll confirm that. There is a Facebook page for Jammed. Please tell your friends. We're going to have lots of crazy space fun with psychic dolphins and croco stimpies and
yeah, so far it's all weird.
Centipede butts.
Centipede
calves
butts.
And bad actors and the whole 9 yards.
Hey, I resemble that.
And I don't remember which our guests. We'll see Barrett back in 3 weeks.
Woohoo!
I think next week is Jessica. But again, I'll put our guest. We'll list
Miss
that
Argent.
next week. Yeah. So thanks for coming in. And next week we'll probably also do Twitch points.
Yay!
Because
These
it'll be
guys
an
have been
actual
chomping at the bit.
Well, for 0, I didn't
Yeah.
think there was anything worth investing for this.
It could have saved a lot of our rolls.
Oh, I-
Wow.
I'm not. They will hurt you as much as they will save you. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
count
I'm
on
gonna
it.
throw this
That's
one
right.
down.
People
Try
seem
to
to
hurt me
really
worse.
like giving Mike
Chaos.
Yeah.
chaos.
Oh, you think they can
Oh, that was the first thing.
They
Like
want
the
chaos?
like the fifth comment was, I don't know how chaos is going to play a role, but I'm ready for it.
I'll
So
tell you this: if this chaos,
Space
it will be
chaos.
space chaos.
Space chaos.
Face off.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Please tell your friends, and we won't see you, but you'll see us.
Yeah.
And,
Tell them it's Spelljammer.
It's
Yeah.
Spelljammer. It's
Yeah.
Spelljammer before publication because we're just that bad.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need a book.
Yeah, we don't need
We just need a
books.
mic.
This is D&D. We make shit up.
Because we got Mike.
You have me. All right. Closing credits, please.
Bye, all.
Awkward wave.
Eventually.
Oh, wait. Awkward wave.
This is good working for me.